Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm round of applause. And also to our harpist, Dr. Liu. She's a UH Emeritus Professor. Mahalo, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I've got a little something about you too. So amazing. Thank you. Did you want to say something?
No, it's just such a pleasure to be here. Shall I introduce my songs or talk a little bit about the songs? Okay, so the first song I played is probably the most famous Chinese song in the world. It's called Jasmine Flower. And it's famous because it was put into an opera by Puccini in his opera Turandot about a Chinese princess. And since then, it's just played all over the world for international events. and even sung by the likes of Celine Dion. The second song is very apropos, a song I learned a long time ago in my childhood called Yok Meyan, which is Jade, beautiful woman. Women as beautiful as jade, and I think that exemplifies what we saw here tonight. And the third song is a very famous Cantonese song called Hontin Lui, which means thunder in the arid skies, because you can imagine how happy the people were after a long drought when they heard thunder in the sky, because it meant incoming rain. So I'm very happy to share with you a bit of my culture that I learned a long time ago in childhood. And now, after retirement, I can get back to it. Thank you.
Mahalo, Dr. Juanita Liu, UH Professor Emeritus, and is such a talented harpist. Also, mahalo to our dancers, Hedy Rampy and Enos Chin, and a warm mahalo to our 73rd Narcissus Queen and her court. Let's give them another round of applause. Some of them just got back from China in November, and so they were able to go to China on a goodwill tour. They took a little pause, and so it was so wonderful to be reunited with their sister cities. And I think some of their stories will be on the news very soon on Hawaii News Now for the Lunar New Year, so we can see them again on television. Again, let's give them a warm round of applause. Thank you so much. Now, those garments were worn by the models, and so if you would like to maybe check out some of those garments and see if there's more, you can check them out at the Muu'Mu'u Library at Ward Center or Distash, Hawaii on South Street in Kaka'ako. At this time, I am so honored and pleased to introduce Anuhea Kaneali'i to the stage. Now, Anuhea is a proud Kanaka Maoli and fourth-generation homesteader of Kawalo'uka and is deeply committed to preserving and promoting our Hawaii cultural heritage. Anuhea, thank you so much for being here. And I've got a little bit more about you because she's got an amazing, amazing history. She is also the Director of Learning and Engagement for the Friends of Iolani Palace, where she plays a key role in the mission. And beyond her directorial role, Anuhea is an innovative owner of the Here Hawaii program, skillfully intertwining traditional and modern storytelling to transmit Ike Hawaii across generations. So please join me in welcoming Anuhea, and let's listen as she shares the history of King Alexander Liholiho and Queen Emma's wedding celebration that was inspired by tonight's theme of East meets West. Anuhea.
Mahalo nui. Aloha mai kako. I'm very honored to be here tonight. I would like to open up this space in a oli, a chant, if you will allow me. If you're able to, I ask if you can please ALA stand. This oli is called Everyone can clap 2 times. Mahalo nui, ke noho I lalo, have a seat. So aloha to this place. Growing up in Honolulu, I caught the bus a lot. And my favorite bus route was the number 4 because it comes all the way up Nu'uanu pass here. And especially when it goes down Old Pali Road, whew, needed that to get away from the city life sometimes and just take a nice drive up Nu'uanu. So I'm so honored to be here in this place. If I can ask, please repeat after me. Nu'u. Anu. Nu'u Anu. That is the name of this space, this valley that we are in. So in Maka'olelo, Hawaii, Nu'u means to go beyond, to level up. And Anu is also my name. But in this case, Anu means cold. Anu, that chill. Does anybody feel anu tonight? Yes, we feel that tonight. This valley of Nu'uanu has much mana, lots of energy, lots of power here. For we are in the presence of mana, of the akua, the gods. It is so important to remember that we are all Kekioka Aina, children of the land, guests of this place. For our mauna, our mountains, and our kai, our shores, have been here long before us and will be here long after us. So every day we should be thankful for being here. And even Hawaiians, we've been here for hundreds of thousands of generations. But we are too guests of this place, for we come from a place called Kahiki in the south. And the story of the mo'olelo of this valley talks of Ke'au Mele Mele. The arrival of the akua, of the gods, was first mo'o'i na nea. And if you know what mo'o means, gecko. Mo'o'i na nea arrived to the islands of Hawaii, and she wanted to unite her daughter, Hina, with the god Ku. And they did so, and together they had 3 children. One of them lived in the Wao Akua here in Nu'uanu. Another lived in Manoa. And the third, she was given back to Nu'u, to the Levas, for her name is Ke'au Mele Mele. Ke'au Mele Mele talks about a golden sun. If you're ever in Nu'uanu Valley, especially when there's traffic, there's so much traffic here. But sometimes, that sun is just blazing in your eye, but the clouds is just glistening gold. That's what Ke'au Mele Mele. And especially up in the mountains, the slopes, right before the Pali Lookout, there is that street, Wao Akua. And below here, we have the Wao Kanaka. Wao Akua talks about the realm of the gods. Wao Kanaka, the realm of the people, us, the Maka'ainana. For if you go up to the realm of the gods of Akua, it gets Nu'uanu, more cold, as you get higher. So even in our creation stories, we are guests of this place. And also, it says that most times when we do research or there's a timeline of Hawaii, it talks about Captain Cook came to Hawaii, 1770. That is not where the story of Hawaiians begin. We come from the South Pacific. It says possibly around 10,000, 12,000 AD. And we didn't find this place on accident. We found it on purpose. We found it intentionally by using the world around us. And when Polynesians first arrived here, I imagine it was not easy to live in a remote place in the middle of the world's largest ocean. But they took time and observed the world around them and created pilina, relationship with each and every little thing. In our culture, we have a chant called the Kumulipo. It talks about from the smallest of microorganisms birthed from the darkness and the gunk of the ocean to the macro and largest of organisms. It takes 4 hours to recite. Don't ask me to do that chant. But even in this chant, it talks of this balance, that what is born of the ocean is also born of the land. As time goes on, things always change. It's always inevitable. And in 1856, there was a merchant Chinese man named A. Feng Chung. And he arrived in Hawaii and he tried really hard. and he worked really hard. And one of his favorite pastimes was actually a traditional dance from China, but traditionally it was danced with only men. So when he arrived in Hawaii, people kind of gave him a weird look. Like, why are you men only dancing together? For most people, it would be a male and a female. So things weren't really easy for Akon when he first arrived in Hawaii, as well as many Chinese when they arrived in Hawaii and in the US. It was challenging because they're new. And sometimes we get scared at new things. So they got resourceful. And just so happened, the king and queen, Kamehameha IV, Alexander Iolani'iliholiho, and his wife, Queen Emma, had gotten married. And it was actually following their wedding that they had decided, we shall throw a grand ball for the ali'i. Why? So we could get on their good side. And also to show Hawaii and to show the world that we can adapt and we can live with each other in peace. So they had this grand event. And one of the biggest decorations that caught everyone's eye was an octagon lamp. Big round lamp. That was the first time anyone ever seen that in Hawaii. And it caught everybody's gaze. Like, wow, this is beautiful. There was a huge dragon that wrapped around this lamp too. And it was the center of attention. Then everybody had a dance card. And they worked really hard to assign specific people to dance with each other, because this wasn't just a party to celebrate. I mean, they wanted to have a good time, but they also wanted to create that pilina. So they strategically had certain people dance with each other. They danced 14 songs. They practiced for months to learn these new American dances so that they could create this pilina. So after this party, things weren't perfect, but things weren't terrible. Things were Noah. It was calm. And sometimes in life, it's not always gonna be great. It's not always gonna be so terrible. But if we try our best, give aloha, put goodness out there, not expecting it to come back, but just because we want to make the world a better place, then things will be Noah and calm, like it is right now, tonight. So that is my, well, usually I call it mo'olelo, but since this is a Muu'Mu'u event, I call it Muu'ulelo. My outfit that I'm wearing tonight is my very first Sig Zane that I found. R.I.P. Kalihi Savers. For real, that was a safe space. Sometimes when looking for Muu'Mu'u, you get so excited, but it's so much more than that. Sometimes I think, oh wait, whose grandkids got rid of their grandma's things? And sometimes I cry when I found Muu'Mu'u, especially if there's like rolled up tissues and candies, like, oh. But that's the beauty of Muu'Mu'us, that it's not just a garment, it's a mu'ulelo. It's a story of Hawaii, of ourselves, and we are the most important person to give aloha to. Because if we don't love and respect ourselves, how can share with anybody else? So I just like to say mahalo nui kākou for allowing me to share some of my mo'olelo, and I hope that we all have a wonderful night and everybody get home safely, and mahalo nui e nu'uanu and all the Lebanese. Aloha no.
Anu, thank you so much. Mahalo for your mu'ulelo. And so many new words we've learned tonight. Anu, mu'ulelo. Ooh, wow. Such an education about East meets West. It really leaves you a deeper appreciation, especially when you leave here tonight. We wanted to make some quick announcements. The Palace is closing for guided tours at 7 p.m., which is around now. And the makeke is still open. Dinner and drinks are still available. We're going to take a break from the program and return to our talented musicians. But please return at 8 o'clock to the stage, because we are going to make some announcements on the Muu'Mu'u contest. You may know that there were judges walking around looking for the best dressed in this year's theme of East meets West, the best dressed in aloha attire, the best dressed group. I think I saw a really, really good group taking photos earlier. And the fourth category in which you got to participate, and that is the People's Choice Award. You get to decide the category by handing out that little gold coin to the person whose outfit that you love most. So if you still have your gold coin that you got when you entered here, please give that gold coin to someone you think deserves the People's Choice Award. You get to choose. So make sure you mingle, enjoy yourselves, get some food and drink, and we'll be back at 8 o'clock tonight. Aloha.
Williams, oh yeah.
He ha mo
round of applause for the Faro Wahine. Haina kapuana no kulei kapuai aolani buli. Ali, Leolani, and Antonelli Faro.